Hey guys, before we get started on the video, I want to show you a cool route that not many people know about that gets me tons of kills. I'm just going to ignore everyone. You climb up on this rock, you hop over here, and boom. I'm behind this person now, and I just got a free kill. So all you do is run up on the rock, hop over here, and bang, you're in their spawn. Good little spot. What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be showing you guys the best movements and how to use them in Black Ops 6. So the best way to practice them is not in a public match, is to go do training course and start it. That is the easiest way to practice your movement because you have the lobby to yourself. You can run around and practice everything. And before I break down every single movement, I want to show you guys my movement settings. So tactical sprint assist, which is automatic tactical sprint, where you just push your analog stick forward and you're automatically sprinting. That's one of them what I use. And then let's go back to it. If you go to automatic airborne mantle, make sure you put this to partial. If you have it on, you'll be like mantling everything you're near. It's pretty annoying. Then I actually use hybrid, which is tap only to slide and tap while holding sprint input to dive. This is a tough setting to get used to, and I might break it down in a future video, or I will break it down in a future video, but that's for another time. Movement advanced settings, I would recommend either playing on single tap sprint or single tap run. Because if you play on double tap, that means you have to double tap to tactical sprint. But it's also good to do either single tap, so you just press it once, and then single tap run. It's the same thing. So it just is good to pair up with the automatic tactical sprint and make sure you have door bash on, so you're able to just sprint through doors. And now first, let's talk about the slide cancel. So the slide cancel, as we know it in every COD, is very good. The best thing to do is to slide into a head glitch, pop up, boom, you start shooting. So how you do it in this game, you just slide, aim in, and jump. Slide, aim in, jump. Slide, aim in, and jump to stop your slide cancel. So that's how we're gonna do it one more time. Slide, aim in, jump. And it just has me ready for every single gunfight. And slide canceling is very good in this game. And this game is actually a rare one because there's a lot of good movements in this game. Laying down is good, slide canceling is good, jump shotting is good, diving is good. There's so many good movements that you need to use, and I'm going to teach you all of them. But the first one is the basic slide cancel. You slide, aim, jump to stop your slide. And this is the long slide. So what you want to do, let's say I'm going to round a corner and I know an enemy is going to be right there. I'm going to run, I'm going to jump early, aim in, and slide. So what you want to do is jump, aim in to where you think they're going to be, and then slide, and you're going to get a super long slide. You're going to be flying across their screen. It's very good. So jump, slide, boom. Remember, jump, aim in, and slide. And look how far I am sliding right now. It's actually pretty insane how far I'm sliding, but this is the long slide we are getting, and you're going to be moving so fast on the other person's screen that it will break their camera, which pretty much means you'll be able to see them and react and start shooting before they see you. So it's very easy, but it's very effective. All you do is jump, aim in, slide. And you get a super long slide. You're gonna come around these corners very fast and get free kills. And now let's talk about snaking, the movement we all know and love, where you just lay down behind the box, you pop up and shoot them before they can see you. So what you need to do is lay down, go into a prone position, and sprint out of that as fast as you can. Lay down, sprint out, lay down, sprint out. And to make it even better, you can start trying to aim in while you're like running out of that sprint. So as you're sprinting out of the lay down, then you aim in and you'll be ready for a gunfight. So that's the best way to do it. And remember, it's lay down, sprint, aim, lay down, sprint, aim, and try to sprint and aim at the same time. So your gun's already up and you're ready for the gunfight. So lay down, sprint out, aim at the same time. Boom. Snaking, it's gonna be harder for them to kill you and easier for you to kill them, especially if they're on the open. And now let's talk about diving, to when you should be diving and when you shouldn't be diving. So let's say I'm getting chased by an enemy around this corner. He's shooting me, I'm one shot. It's good to dive deep and get a lot of separation and try to dive to like a random off angle that he won't expect, but you want to turn around while you're doing that. So sprint, dive, turn around, and be ready for a gunfight. That's the best way to do it. Or if you're just trying to get across somewhere, you could just dive across somewhere like this too. Of course, if this was a little bit smaller of a doorway, it'd be a lot easier to cross this, but you could dive very far. So it's good to dive across small spaces, like even this, for example. Like let's say you know someone's here and you're a little hurt, but you don't want to die. You just dive across, you peek, you get the info. Okay, he's there, easy, now you know. So it's very good to do this to check certain things on the map, or even to bait for your teammate. Let's say your teammate's following you up and he's one off a nuke. You say, yo, follow me, I'll bait for you. You run across, you dive. That's when you should be diving. The moments when you should not be diving is when you're just like in their base in a gunfight and you're like diving at them. Like you want to avoid diving at players as much as possible. You want to use it as like an evasive maneuver, not really to intro in gunfights, because you kind of get stuck and you can't like shoot while you're diving. It's not as good. You kind of can at the end of it, but for those couple seconds where you can't, it's not the best to engage a gunfight, if you know what I'm saying. So you want to use it to create space, to get across the lanes quicker, or just fly across the pool like I do on that one map that looks like a hotel. I just run on the other side of the pool, I dive all the way across and end up on the other side. And now let's talk about the jump shot or the bunny hop. So let's say if I'm going to child someone around this corner, I know they're there. I'm going to run, jump, I'm going to aim and center towards where I think they're going to be and be ready for the gunfight. So you're going to want to sprint, then you want to aim in and look towards and center towards where you think the enemy will be, and then just run, jump, aim in, bang. It's very simple. Run, jump, aim in. Run, jump, aim in. And this is the good way to break cameras and catch people off guard. It's especially good with the subs because the movement speed is so fast when you have double time and all the other perks on that it just, you're flying. It's definitely better to jump with a submachine gun than it is with an AR. So I would prefer, if you're an SMG player or using an SMG, that's when you're jumping. If you're an AR player, honestly, it's usually better to stay lower to the ground, whether that be slide canceling, snaking, or doing the long slide. And now let's talk about shoulder peeking in Black Ops 6. With auto tac sprint and the fact that you can sprint in every single direction now, it's very good to shoulder peek or get the information like this. Let's say you're in like a 2v1, you have bomb planted, and there's one guy left on the other team, and you're just doing like this. Even if he slides to this head glitch and I see him, that's great info. And he's not going to be able to kill you because of how fast you're moving, how fast you're coming out of sprint, and you're getting all the information on the map, but safely. So right when I see him, I say, yo, he's over there, he's at the turret, head glitch, and I'm just like this, still getting information, and he's not going to be able to kill me because of how fast I'm sprinting and shimmying and strafing. So it's a perfect way to get information without taking any damage. This is what we call shoulder peeking. This is the most important thing when it comes to movement, which is timing the movement, when you should be and when you should not be doing them. So let's say diving, for example. You should not be diving all the way like this and going like this. You should start your dive early to where you land and your gun could be up, because you could put your gun up like towards the end of your dive. So you want to be diving far away and then have your gun up ready for the gunfight now, because now I'm ready for everything. I could start shooting towards the end of my dive right here, and I'm already ready for the gunfight. Instead of just running, diving all the way out, I'm giving them a couple seconds to shoot at me as I'm flying through the air, and I'm not able to shoot yet. So you need to make sure you get the dive early enough to where you are ready for the gunfight like this. And I'm already ready for the gunfight and I'm already shooting. It's the same thing with sliding. Let's say if I start my slide like this, or oops, sorry, that was a dive. If I start my slide like this, I'm already like out late a little bit. But if I start my slide earlier, I'm gonna be sliding on their screen while I'm aimed in, shooting at the person already. So it's all about timing the dive and the slide to when you need to do it. I'm already sliding and now I'm ready for the gunfight. Instead of I'm sliding like this and I'm all the way out here, I'm kind of sliding. So it's gonna take time to get used to. It's not gonna be an easy automatic thing that you do, but that's something to think about. Because let's say I'm diving behind this head glitch to like stay down, I'm good. But if I dive a little too far, I'm out in the open with no cover and I'm screwed. So it's really about knowing the distance of how far you're gonna dive or how far you're gonna slide. And that is going to be the most important thing. And with the dive, like I said earlier in the video, it's going to be more of an evasive maneuver and sometimes used to engage a gunfight, rarely. More with the slide cancel is when you will be using it to engage gunfights more often. You will slide cancel and engage gunfights more often with it rather than the dive. And this is a weird ratty play, as I like to call it, because you know how we're used to standing on head glitches like this. We're just standing on head glitches, we're kind of snaking and stuff. It's also good sometimes to lay down next to a head glitch, because I can lay down right here. I'm pre-aiming this, so anyone that goes to this head glitch or tries to run out, I will kill. But people that come around this corner will be like, oh, no one's here. Little do they know, I'm right here next to it, waiting. And then right when they push up and cross like this, and just sprint like, oh, no one's here, I bet. Sprint, I'm right there and I'm shooting them. So it's a good little off angle to do, and it doesn't take any movement. All you need to do is lay down next to a head glitch. And like the deeper this wall is away, let's say this wall was like back here, it's gonna be more effective to do that because they won't be able to see me. So I can even be back here a little bit, and luckily this has a little like opening right here, so I could see that too. So that's even better when you lay down next to a head glitch and this happens. It's just a little off angle to do, and it might get you a couple free kills.